In a quiet village nestled between towering mountains and flowing rivers, lived a humble farmer named Hiroshi. Though Hiroshi had little wealth, he was content with his small farm, a modest hut, and his loyal companion, a dog named Kuma. Life was simple but fulfilling. However, one year, a devastating storm swept through the village. The winds tore through the fields, destroying crops, homes, and livestock. Hiroshi's farm was not spared. His crops were ruined, leaving him with nothing to harvest, and his hut was left barely standing. For the first time in years, Hiroshi felt despair creeping into his heart. As Hiroshi sat by the remains of his field, gazing at the desolation, his elderly neighbor, Master Koji, approached him. Koji was a wise man, known for his calm demeanor and deep understanding of life. He handed Hiroshi a bowl of soup and sat beside him. "Why do you weep, my friend?" Koji asked gently. Hiroshi replied, "Everything I have worked for is gone. How can I not? I have nothing left to be thankful for." Koji nodded slowly, his face serene. "I understand your pain, Hiroshi. But may I share a small lesson?" Hiroshi nodded reluctantly. Koji picked up a small, withered flower lying in the mud. "This flower may appear broken, but look closely. Do you see how it still holds its shape, how its essence remains? Gratitude is like this flower. It endures, even in the face of storms. Sometimes, we must look harder to find it." Hiroshi frowned, unconvinced. "How can I find gratitude in ruins?" Koji smiled. "Let me tell you a story. Long ago, when I was a young man, my house burned down. I lost everything: my possessions, my work, my comfort. For weeks, I grieved, blinded by my pain. One day, I met a wandering monk who taught me to focus not on what I had lost, but on what I still had. He reminded me that I had my health, my friends, and the chance to rebuild. It was in that moment I realized, gratitude is not about having everything, it's about seeing the value in what remains." Koji stood up and pointed toward the horizon. "You see the sun setting, don't you? Even amidst loss, the world offers beauty, warmth, and hope." Hiroshi listened in silence. That evening, he began reflecting on Koji's words. He realized that though his farm was destroyed, he still had Kuma by his side, the support of his neighbors, and the strength of his own hands. Slowly, gratitude seeped into his heart. The next morning, Hiroshi began to act on this newfound perspective. He gathered what few seeds had survived the storm and replanted them. He patched his hut with wood gifted by neighbors and shared the work of rebuilding with others in the village. Though it was not easy, Hiroshi began to notice the small blessings he once took for granted: the crisp morning air, the kindness of his neighbors, and even the wagging tail of Kuma. Months later, the village had transformed. Fields were green again, homes were rebuilt, and the people had grown closer. Hiroshi's farm was smaller than before, but it thrived. When he sat down at his table one evening, he realized how much stronger and more grateful he had become. One day, Koji visited Hiroshi's farm. Hiroshi greeted him with a warm smile and said, "Master, I finally understand. Gratitude isn't about perfect days or an easy life. It's about finding the gift in every moment, even the hard ones." Koji nodded, pleased. "You have learned the secret to a fulfilled life, Hiroshi. Gratitude transforms not just what we see, but who we are." Hiroshi's story teaches us a profound lesson. Life is unpredictable, and storms will come. But gratitude allows us to focus on what remains, not what is lost. It shifts our perspective, helping us see opportunities instead of obstacles.